Wendy here, back with another video. I've gotten some requests asking about like getting started on YouTube, asking about thumbnails, that kind of thing. So I decided, why not make a series on it? Oh, almost dropped my tablet. Wow, great job, Wendy. Why not make a series on it? So I'm gonna organize it into things like the basics, like setting up your channel, and then the basic layout of a video, some tips, like little fun facts and tips and stuff like that, and how to make thumbnails, how to edit, that kind of thing. Even how to screen record. So, jazz hands! In this first video, we're going to be talking about setting up a channel. So let's get into that. So we're gonna start at the very basics. Creating a YouTube account. So I'm gonna do this pretty quickly so that it's just gonna be a couple seconds. So basically, to create a YouTube account, you're gonna have the YouTube app, and it's gonna ask you to log in. So it's simple as that, and you don't need to do anything else to make an account. So I have an example account here because I never actually went through with this. I was gonna make a miraculous account, but I realized that would be probably too hard when I'm running 3 Instagrams and a YouTube. So anyways, this is my example account. It's called Oh Yes Miraculous, but I'm gonna teach you how to customize some things. Oftentimes it's really helpful having YouTube Studio, so we're gonna go into that a little later. But go to settings here, and this is where you customize your channel. So you can change your name like this, and add a description. So this is gonna be on your about page, so I'm just gonna write, okay. Oh, it switched to Chinese, that's great. So yeah, and you can go through basic settings here. But then to add a picture, you can just tap on this button and then take a photo, choose from your photos. And I'm sure most people already know that. But on mobile, sometimes the banner thing can be confusing, so we're gonna go over that. Oftentimes, YouTube has this weird glitch where it's like, your banner is not the right size for the banners. But, I mean, usually it is, and YouTube's just being weird. Like, I've gotten the exact dimensions before, and it's been like, no, that's too big for us. So, make sure that you have the right dimensions. Sometimes what helps is downloading a banner making app, but don't actually use a banner because oftentimes they have watermarks and you can make really cool banners, and I use PixArt for that, and I will do a tutorial for that later. Anyways, to add a banner to your channel, I'll show you what you want to do. It's something that'll make your channel look a lot more professional because most people without banners, I look at their account and it doesn't necessarily ring a red flag for me or anything. I just look at it and be like, okay, this is a channel. This is probably somebody like starting out. So oftentimes banners will give you a really nice professional vibe. So you're gonna want to go to the online YouTube if you're on mobile. And so when you go to your profile, you go to your channel, you do the basic thing. It's basically the same as on mobile. So what you're gonna wanna do for this depends on your browser. I'm on Samsung internet, but it should work the same for Chrome or Safari. Most of them have a little dot 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 in the corner. I'm not sure how this works with Apple, but there is a way to do it. But on Samsung, at least, I know you can do this on tablets too, like iPad. I used to have an iPad. So go to desktop version, and it'll bring you to the desktop YouTube. So now we're on, I guess I was already on the desktop version, so that's great. Okay, I fixed it. I just had a little technical difficulty. So apparently you actually have to tap the 3 dots and then go to desktop, and that'll fix it. Okay, so now we're on the actual desktop page. So now you can go to customize channel. So channel customization. Now that you've clicked on customize channel, you can do some of these things. So you can even add a video watermark, which is super cool. So something important is you really want to come up with a nice, catchy name that's easy to remember. So I'm not sure if Oh Yes Miraculous is the best one, but for example, with my username WendyWoot, I tried to pick something that I hadn't seen anywhere else before. What I even did was I actually Googled the name WendyWoot before I made my channel to see if anything else was under the name of WendyWoot, and I didn't find anything. So that meant it would be an original channel with an original name. Okay, so a little tip. When doing things such as YouTube Studio, you can do the method I showed you where you request the desktop version and do it from the internet, or you can download YouTube Studio for mobile, which I personally recommend. But sometimes there are things that you can't do on the mobile studio that you can do on the desktop, and that's when it's a good idea to do the desktop from the mobile. So here is YouTube Studio, and it's just really nice because you can see comments and stuff. You can do a whole lot. You can monetize. You can look over your videos, etc. I don't really know what else to say on this topic since it's the first video, but I'll be making a series of videos after this going into more depth about what I mentioned. So you can kind of take this as a little bit of a syllabus. So I'm going to be doing banner tutorials, thumbnail tutorials, and video tutorials, editing tutorials, etc. Also, something I'm going to mention real quickly that I forgot to bring up earlier is oftentimes, not all the time, but a lot of times, Animal Jam YouTubers, their profile picture will be a picture of their animal. So I suggest making a simple profile picture that's easy to understand. So instead of putting a bunch of random colors in it, it might be a little confusing if you do that, but if you have a picture of your animal or a picture of words or something like that, then it'll make a lot more sense and be relevant to your channel. If you're an art channel, you could even do a picture of a brush. So yeah, try to keep things relevant and simple and easy to understand. Anyways, guys, that's it for this introduction video. Have a wonderful day, stay awesome, and jam on. Windy out!